Welcome back to NoticeGT, and for our first story today we have a new Lincoln. So basically someone has decided to take a Lincoln Aviator, one of the first generation ones, and they decided to put some body modifications on it to make it look like a Cullinan. And I'm gonna be honest, from the front, maybe. From the back, maybe. But from the side, honestly, the side profile of this car is much like America. You've got some great coasts, nothing in the middle, and maybe the side mirror can be Chicago. But now from something absolutely stupid to something not so stupid, or maybe stupid. Transcend Energy Group has just created a two-piece connecting rod they call the Thunder Rod. So they've basically lowered the pivot point from where the connecting rod attaches to the piston head to lower down on the actual connecting rod. According to them, lowering the pivot point on the connecting rod allows them to get more torque, no piston rock, 20 to 30% more dynamic efficiency, and this is because the piston head can drop further and faster while still increasing torque and the compression ratio by 20 to 35%. And they will be unveiling this at SEMA next week. And I'll be honest, when I read the article I thought, this is pretty cool. But then I read the comments. Wire165 said, first of all, this increases the mass of the piston, and this not only doesn't prevent piston rocking, but excalibrates the lateral rocking component of the force action on the piston in at least two ways, both of which aggravate the rocking piston condition. To wit, it lowers the articulation point, wrist pin, creating a longer torque arm in the piston itself. Worse, the relocated point of articulation is below the check height, fattest part of the barrel profile of the piston, and it significantly reduces the length of the part of assembly that both rotates and reciprocates, thus increasing side loading angles and the consequent friction and wear forces. 3. This is a failed attempt to turn ordinary rice into crosshead rice. Basically, it utilizes crosshead geometry with respect to the connecting rod or rods without using a proper guide to stabilize the crosshead bearing, the wrist pin that allows the rod to bend in the middle. It should never have been granted a patent because it's a patently bad idea. God damn, he's calling you Cap! Now some people weren't all that negatives. Action Jackson says whether or not this is a breakthrough or just some snake oil, time will tell. If this new design has merit, then it will be demonstrated and the big auto manufacturers will be buying it. If they can demonstrate double-digit increases in efficiency, then we will hear about it. If it's just a stupid idea, then it will go nowhere. Well, yeah, obviously. Some people like Daniel Govig says that this tech is used in diesel engine generations ago. I wonder if the middle pin is straight or offset. I'm curious whether it will have a longer controlled burn with cleaner emissions. I have no idea. And according to SSM 1073, the original expansion steam engines had joint connecting rods, so this is nothing new. Contemporary pistons have a wrist pin right under the piston head which allows the connecting rod to move laterally with the motion of crankshaft. 3 careers ago, I worked on some of the largest diesel engines in the world. MAN, Sulzer, B&W, not BMW, Mituyo, etc. And they all had joint connecting rods. Like this. I mean, only time will tell whether or not this is just a gimmick or if it's actually a new science or technology. But goddamn Transcend, you got this. Send it in those comments. Now Ford has just decided to close its subsidiary Argo AI, which is basically its self-driving, autonomous driving, like fully self-driving. This is after a $827 million quarterly loss. And they were working together with Volkswagen, investing in this company, and Volkswagen hasn't released their losses yet, but I can't imagine it's that much better. And the excuse that the CEO tweeted was that they're now going to focus on level 3 autonomous driving because they want to change travel for the many rather than a few. The reason I bring this up is so I can shit on Tesla, because Two of the biggest auto manufacturers in the world, Ford and Volkswagen, couldn't get autonomous driving to work, and they gave up. Tesla CEO Elon Musk says that by the end of 2022, we will have fully self-driving Teslas. This is despite all the investigations being done into Tesla because of the fatalities caused by this FSD system. Honestly, self-driving cars were invented years ago. They're called taxis. Now for our final story today, we have a new DeLorean. And no, it's not this one. It's this one. So that one is apparently the fraud, and this is the real one. Now let me explain the difference between these two DeLoreans. This one has direct connection to the original company. This one has direct connection to the original man. So this car is being built by the daughter of John Z. DeLorean, and they have named this car the JZD after her father. And I couldn't find any specs on the car itself, but according to them, they're going to start producing a model in the beginning of January 2023 in Detroit. And apparently this company is going to be a socially progressive company because they are all about creating jobs and educational programs for high schoolers, according to them. Now, time will tell whether or not that statement rings true, but this DeLorean is directly related to the original DeLorean company. So that company can be traced its lineage back to this car, but the guy's daughter can trace her lineage and family lineage to this car. I don't know which one is the real one. Let me know in the comments. So that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and peace.